Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're just seeing my face for the first time, welcome. On this channel we talk about lifestyle, nature, travel, sit down videos, and yeah, on today's video I would want to talk about the culture shock coming into a new country, seeing what they do and trying to adapt to the new culture. Okay, my number one is language. So when I came in first, it's really a bit of a struggle because when you speak English, they feel like when they respond, they are actually not correct. So they have a bit of struggle to speak English, but some are willing to speak. So if you're coming into Germany and you are thinking speaking just English would help, but it would help, but it would be a bit of problem. You should learn the basic before coming, and that is a plus because when you're able to speak, it will be very easy for you to navigate and relate properly. So my number two culture shock is the transportation. Having to come into Germany, entering their bus without, saying oh what like I used to do in Nigeria was a bit of shock. Yeah, you have to press the bell when you're close to your location and the bus will just stop. You don't need to interact with the driver. You just enter. Like the train, most of the train, they always stop in the closest train station. So if you want to come down or drop off, you just drop off automatically. You don't need to interact, and you get to like see the location on the screen, which is very, very interesting for me. And my number three shock was their food. Like a lot of German, they love sausage, they love beer, they love cheese, they love potato. Oh my god. So like having to see them eat all of that, like when I went to Oktoberfest and they have this funny bread that I haven't ate before, and their bread are kind of hard, which is very interesting to try, and it's very, very delicious. And oh my god, their beer are very, very sweet, and if you cannot control your taste bud, you'll be extremely high before you know it. So my number four culture shock is greeting. Yeah, like where I'm from, when you are in a neighborhood that you are always seeing your neighbor, you always want to greet. But here in Germany, it's a bit shocking because sometimes when you greet your fellow neighbor, they have moods. They have moods and they try to answer you when they feel like they want to. So I just find it out that it's really not a thing, it's not a compulsory thing, it's not something that they find offensive when you don't get to greet. And I'm trying to adapt because where I'm from in Nigeria, you have to greet your elder, you have to greet your neighbors, you have to greet like in your street, because if you don't do that, they might regard you as being rude or being arrogant, or you have these egocentric behavior that you need to work on. And if you don't greet, news will start circulating that you're not a well-trained girl. But here in Germany, if you don't get to greet, it's a normal norm here, and they don't find it offensive, right? So your girl is adapting to not to be greeting always, because sometimes you have to be a bit close to them before they would want to answer you. So another culture shock is shops are usually closed on Sundays. So if you're new in Germany, just know that most of the shops are usually closed, except maybe the bakery and the supermarket close to the train station. Those are usually open. And like on Sundays in the center, all the shops, all the clothing shops, all the shops are usually closed. So you just have to like get ready, try to shop on Saturdays. If you are always busy Monday to Friday, try to shop a lot on Saturday so that it will be welcoming for you at home and you don't go hungry. So another culture shock is their way of trashing things, how they trash their bio, their papers, their bottles. They have different trash can colors to trash their trash, right? So the paper goes to the blue trash can. Plastic bottles and all of that goes to the blue trash can, and then maybe your bio, like your food and all of those junks, they go into the green can. So if you are not doing it accordingly, that could actually make you pay a fine. That could actually become an issue if you're being caught. So that is what you should actually noted when coming into Germany. It is really, really a serious business. They don't joke about their trash can. And the other culture shock is reusable bags. Like you can actually take your own shopping bag and start shopping in, without buying a bag or them giving you for free. Because I was in Nigeria, I don't need a shopping bag, especially when I go to the shopping mall. You just have to buy your stuff. They have their own shopping bags they will give. And maybe but when you go to the local market in Nigeria, you have to have your own shopping bag. But there is still other smaller bags they will give you when they are putting in your goods in. They will help you to wrap all in, and then maybe you might now decide to buy a bigger bag to put all your stuff. But here it is not so. Here they have their own bags that are not really expensive. So if you might actually forget bringing your own bag, you now have to like buy. So yeah, that was actually a culture shock, because there was a time I went to the shopping area in my house. I forgot to carry my bag, and it's not their problem. You have to buy. So yeah, if you don't want to keep buying often and on, you should bring your own carrier bag. My other culture shock is having to see pets in the supermarket, in the restaurant, in the subway, in the bus. It's something that is very, very frequent here. So coming to see that, it was very, very shocking, and I was like in awe, like wow. So people even transport their animals without the animals being a threat and all of that. So it was very, very shocking to have that experience. So the last and not the least, in my own experience in here in Germany, the culture shock is their silent hours. My goodness. Germany is a very quiet country. My city is very, very quiet. My neighborhood is very, very quiet. Like, I don't even know my neighbors. Like, I do not know my neighbors like so well. Where I'm from in Nigeria, your neighbor is like, sometimes you can even tell your neighbor, oh please lend me matches, oh please my salt just got finished, can you please give me a bit? But here in Germany, they love their privacy, and that should be really respected when coming into Germany. And from 10 p.m. in the night, you should try to reduce your television and be very, very quiet about it, so you don't get to see your neighbor to go report to your landlord that you're a very lousy neighbor. So if you want to have party, a very loud party, that should be like from at least 12 p.m. down to 3, and you should try to seek your neighbor permission before having to have any loud party. Yeah, so this come to the end of this video. Maybe whenever I get to like see another culture shock, I would put that in my comment section. So do well to like, comment, share. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any culture shock since you've been in Germany, kindly put it in the comment section. Have a great day, guys. Love you all. Bye bye.